Hey y'all, welcome to the girls chat. I'm going to start off with table topics. If you could do a risky activity once with no risk, what would you choose?
I'm scamming.
Rob a bank.
Hey,
Honestly.
Yeah, scamming. That I didn't even think about scamming because you know me, I went straight to try to think about some freak sex shit.
I'm
Like-
thinking of a
like
wild
strip.
destination, a travel place, like a thing that I could do. But
Like,
Yeah, I was thinking of other things as well. I don't know.
Risky.
I really don't know.
Risky.
What's risky?
I
so
don't know.
scamming is a good
Whatever
one.
you think is
That's
risky.
great. That is excellent because that's the winner.
yeah, agree.
But rob a bank specifically, I liked.
No, I wanted to tag in on that. Robbing a bank as a previous bank employee, you is not gonna get no real money out of the bank. I just want you to know that. We don't keep a lot of money on hand
How come we get
because
so much from the movies?
for that reason. What do you say?
What that
Chris?
big thing in the back? The big
The vaults and
security.
shit.
Yeah, the
vaults.
vault is in there, but we don't keep a shit ton of money in there like at a time for that reason. Because if we get robbed, we don't want to have millions and billions of cash dollars sitting in our thing for somebody to come and grab it. So for security purposes, we don't keep that much in the vault anyway. So you would have to rob like multiple banks for it to be worth it. And
I'll just rob the number one bank, like
Or what about
U.S.
the second
Treasury.
deposit box? People
or-
have bills and all that shit in there. What about
that's
those?
the spot
where it's
because
hid.
you don't know. But it'll just it that takes so long. Like we don't have a key. Like there's so many procedures in the bank so that if it gets robbed, you get the minimal amount of anything and you get a lot of jail time. Like it's very.
But the question said you would
right. No. Yes.
Right.
That's true.
no.
But essentially, you would be wasting it. So, okay, something else.
On a good day, you might get like
Risk.
200, 300K on a good day.
That's
Okay.
not worth it.
I mean,
But
I guess I'll rob the Bank of the United States of America where they keep all the money. So
the United States Treasury.
Sorry, the question is if it was risk free and $200,000 to $300,000 is not worth
Yeah,
it.
no, risk free does make a difference though, because I do keep thinking about like the fact that you might go to jail, but risk free.
The question
That's true.
free.
Yeah. So then, yeah, 200K is good. That's straight.
I don't know that, and it's
I'll take that.
for me to answer because I don't feel like I'm a big risk taker like that. Like I don't know why the first thing popping in my head is when we were this was so long ago, Danielle. We were at Opium and remember you were ready to go and you walked out that back door and it was like this is not an exit and I was like, Danielle?
Oh my God, that's right.
Like so ready to go. She's like, I'm just gonna walk outside. And she walked outside. I was like, well, pick me up out front. And like, because I'm not gonna go outside this door that clearly says do not enter. I'm not a big risk.
I'm with that too. I don't like that.
That's the first thing that popped in my head. Like, what's a risk you would take? I was like, oh, maybe I would have walked out that back door like 8 years ago. Like, I don't know.
I feel you because I like to follow like directions and rules. So
Yeah.
That's very
Flags didn't go off or nothing like that.
No.
one thing I didn't follow directions on though is that them little arrows that tell you to go up and down in the supermarket.
Chocolates.
I don't listen to those.
I don't think anybody does.
I think
Oh no, I saw someone who did.
I like am in between when it comes like to things like that. Like I'm willing to take a risk, but I also don't like being illegal or like whatever the case is. Like I don't like that either. And so I do be like nervous.
You know it.
Huh?
Bougie legs, risk taker and bougie legs. Like
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not trying to be in here with all the madness and tell me what I'm very, who all gonna be all over there because I want to know if the cops pull up, what's happening? Like, what's happening? So, yeah.
I don't know.
I be taking risks, so I don't know.
You take risks, you said?
I do. When I think back, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
When did you break the rule, Danielle? Because you be following the rules.
Right, when did you break the rule?
Y'all forgot about my
And now that back door.
Oh, you're right.
Bro, I was so nervous. I thought all the music in the club was gonna shut off. It was
No
a
way.
spotlight on her door, like her leaving, and I was like, "Oh, that bitch don't know her." Huh. I promise, bro. And then when she was gone, I was like, I could go right behind her, but the alarm's gonna sound off for me. Like it just.
It always works out that way.
Bro, I was like, "Fuck it, dog. Just come get me in the front, bro." She was so pissed.
Do you know what I
But
just
I'm
remembered?
pretty sure she hit her car that night as well on her.
I did.
I'm done.
All them emotions. I just thought about when we snuck into Wet and Wilds. Oh. Casey, were you not there?
When we went to the water park, yes, you were, bro.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I'm like, come on.
Oh,
Not we. I'm sorry. People.
that didn't even hit.
I'm not gonna incriminate myself.
No, I wasn't there, but I heard.
They were jumping.
I did hear about
The
that.
door was
I
open,
heard
so
about
they were hanging.
And I
off the
remember
door.
someone told me that everyone was like in the pool or whatever, and then they saw security come, and then everyone just split.
Oh
And,
No, let me tell you that once we realized that door was open, the way everyone moved in was like a swift SWAT team, bro. Like we all walked into that park and everybody started just stripping and taking off their clothes so that we didn't look the same as we looked. But nobody talked about it. Nobody said nothing. We just automatically knew what to do. And we all started separating and going in different directions. I don't know if we were communicating telepathically, but like we all figured out like how to meet up together at one point.
In that damn wave pool.
Oh my, it was really intense. And but shout out to the person who took the L because we got to ride like 4 or 5 rides in the meantime. But while that person was sitting in the little jail
and
thing.
the messed up part about it was that person was with someone else, and the person they were with tried to buy a ticket on the back, and they'd be like, "Oh nah, we had a ticket," and they were like,
"Oh yeah, that didn't work either."
No.
Yeah.
And then we walked past that person again in the park, and they're like, they're calling the police. Everyone now, and they're like, they're calling the police, and we were all like.
Oh
wow.
That was
good times though. Good
times.
But I remember us girls being pissed when we got in the car, like this is fucking crazy. I can't believe we did this shit.
We were ready to pay. Yeah, damn it. You know?
Yeah, we were. We were
very set on it.
But we got to enjoy
we
some
went
rides.
to Halloween Horror Nights while we were there.
And
yeah, I think that's why we were up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. Wow, remember we were drinking. Wow, was that the night where I got picked up drinking Captain Morgan and y'all made me go out and like I threw up and then like I still had to go out?
That sounds
You remember
terrible.
that night? I was drinking Captain Morgan and I was drunk as fuck.
I remember that's why you hate Captain Morgan now.
And then like y'all made me drink more and still go out in downtown Orlando.
Wow, I'm sorry.
And I was fucked up bad.
I would still make you drink and go out, but I was never give you Captain Morgan.
No. Another time when we were there, when we went to Halloween Horror Nights, we had Bacardi, what is that, 151?
Yes.
That freaking gasoline.
I'm sorry. Robin used to make me drink Captain
them?
Morgan all the freaking time.
Okay, you used to make me drink Paul Masson. What is that?
I didn't. I never made you drink that.
Shout out to
Are you kidding? Ian J.
Oh, no.
Jeannie.
We definitely had an Ian J, like a short Ian J phase. Okay,
it was like maybe one time. Maybe he was trying to make.
Maybe it was one bottle that lasted for a really long time in my fridge in Algonquin because I remember.
I do too.
Algonquin.
Algonquin.
My sister's gonna live in UVA. That's a sidebar.
I think they
We're
knocked
sidebar.
down. I think they knocked down Algonquin.
Algonquin.
They did.
I haven't been back. But yeah.
Okay, we can switch to the other thing. Let's see. So, I believe this was Casey. Casey, you was on Twitter?
No, it was sent to me.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, Casey was on Twitter? Wait, what's going on?
I said no.
It was sent to me.
So there was a video on Twitter. Well, I think it kind of went everywhere. I think this guy is like famous for talking like this to people though. Like I think that is his
Like he's just rude.
Yeah, I think that's like his shtick or whatever. But long story short, he had a woman call in asking for advice. And I didn't get to see the whole thing, and I don't think any of us really saw the whole thing. They were just really like clips. But it seemed like she was asking on advice on how to get wealthy man or something like that. And he basically told her that like she was a 6 out of 10 or something like that. And so there was like,
well, yeah, he did.
Huh?
He actually called herself a 6 out.
He asked her first, like, what do you rate yourself?
Right.
So she technically rated herself.
And so because she rated herself like a 6 or 7 or whatever out of 10, she was not in the caliber to get, and that's really bits and pieces. Y'all please fill in where, because I know he said a lot more like rude shit.
The video, are you gonna go, Robin?
No, you can go.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm assuming she was asking for advice, which was the beginning of the video of that. She rated herself as waking up as a 5, and with herself put together, she rated herself as a 6. And basically, even though she was making I think she said she was making like $65,000 a year, she wanted a man that was making, I can't remember what the number was, but 85, 100,000 or something a year. And he was saying that basically men who make that much money never go for like an average woman. That's just not that's just not heard of, is what he was trying to say. What else did he say?
There were just so many issues with that because first of all, 85 to 100K is not like, oh my God, you're rich. Bitch, we're 30. We know what money is. That's not a lot of money. Like, period.
If we're still talking no risk involved in the beginning, like still give it to me. If it's, but throw that out there. But
I'm not saying that it's bad, but I don't think that's like.
No, I'm really just joking when I say that. But I really just think like it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I don't think that like he has any respect for her at all. And I say that because even if that's how he feels, that she's an average looking woman, that she is blah, 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 whatever, that just goes off of what he's attracted to. You know, that doesn't go off of what everyone else is attracted to. That's him. He's speaking from his shallow ass point of view or whatever that is. And it's just like, okay, yeah, you have a job, you make good money, but what else do you have to offer? But what, like that's not enough. And that is what a lot of niggas are just looking for, a bitch who is just not trying to mooch, like, goddamn, you know? And then I don't like how he based like her qualifications to get with a rich nigga was just strictly on her looks. It's like,
yeah, it was.
But I feel like he was basing that off of how there's a pool of niggas out there that really feel like that. Like if a woman doesn't look a certain way, they're not talking to them.
That's true.
That's what I took from that standpoint there.
It's just crazy because I feel like the
and
more
these niggas
that
don't even be fine. They just got money, but they still held that the money gave them that confidence, like.
But like the more that she spoke and the more that she was so together and she handled herself, I feel like very well. Because the nigga talked to me like that, I'm snapping back. And the more that she was so calm about it, as a woman, I was like, oh, she's cool as fuck. Cause like what? There's no way.
I think she expected that though. I think she knew that's the reason why she called in or whatever.
That's who he is, right?
She expected that. That's why she said, you know, I really wanted your opinion. That's somebody that she probably looks up to and idolizes their opinions. So he speaks in a way that answers for probably a majority of the population. However, he just said it in a
or of his audience. But and also,
for his audience,
he wasn't solely basing it on her looks. He also said that she had like 3 kids or something like that. She had baby daddies, whatever.
Drama.
She wasn't making as much money or whatever the case is. And it does sound harsh, right? And like Robin said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But like, he wasn't really wrong. Like he really wasn't wrong. And
outright wrong.
Huh? No, right.
Outright or wrong. It was simply, he cut her off on more than one occasion to just be like, but you're
to make her look stupid.
But you're a 5. But you're not understanding what I'm saying. You're a 5. And that's if I'm being nice. You're a 5 on okay, I get, but you're still a 5. Like, and it's like,
that was so unattractive.
We're all looking at the screen. We all see what she looks like, and we're all, you know, and like you said, I didn't know that this was the show that people call in and he's harsh and like this on the regular. So that changes it a bit. But at the end of the day, you still should have respect. He wouldn't even let her finish like a statement before and that's what pissed me off the most about the video. Not really necessarily what he said, but it was just like, he wasn't giving her a chance because he was so stuck in his mind on whatever he had to say, that whatever she had to say that could have possibly, if at all, convinced him to change his mind to think that he cut her off every single time.
Yeah. Because and I mean, what he was
automatically on her side. I'm like,
yeah.
And he talked about he can't beat young hoes off with a stick, nigga. That's probably because you got a check, nigga. Get rid of that.
That pissed me off more than anything because he used that to validate everything he said. Oh, I have all these young girls, like,
and it's just
that give you.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. Right. And like you said,
some points he used.
And if it's just really about the check, like niggas give. I mean, this wasn't even really, we said we might have talked about this, but niggas pay for pussy a lot. Like, niggas, like, especially rich niggas, they, like, rich guys buy sex a lot. And so, and they're definitely not, like, all the girls that they buy sex from probably aren't everybody ain't these bad bitches, or not that everybody's not these bad bitches. It's like, they like to feed their kinks. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, these pretty girls or whatever case, these young girls that they're getting as trophies so that they can say like, hey, look, this is what my money has bought me. Behind closed doors, a lot of times they're giving their money to people who look nothing like the person on their arms. What were you gonna say, Robin?
Y'all think Lil Baby paid 16?
Listen,
I knew
that's all I was thinking about the whole entire time.
How much was it that she said?
I think
16.
Like she
16.
tweeted.
What?
She said
16.
1-6?
She said 16, not 6.
Oh, I thought it was 6.
Huh.
Yeah.
16. Oh, I thought it was 6. I was like, yeah, 6. That could be a real thing.
16,000 for
I believe it
what?
though.
For what? To have sex with her?
But like, and not to be rude, not to sound like the nigga we're talking about, but have you seen the bitch? That's where it gets like.
I haven't seen her.
Oh, I haven't even seen her.
Bodied, she has a nice body and all that stuff or whatever. But it just makes you wonder. I don't know. I don't know if he paid for it. I don't know if he did.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like, you really like. Okay, so me being in this OnlyFans, this industry, like, you really would be surprised the people who are interested in talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never think when I saw these people walking down the street that these would be the people that's trying to talk to me, but that's what they like. So who knows what Lil Baby actually fucking likes when he closes his doors. You know what I'm saying? But
I believe
16 bands,
that's a lot.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
It's not, but
to him
pay for sex, I feel like unless he brought her on a vacation or something, because that is something like
no, it's going to be that. It's going to be like the whole experience. You know what I'm saying? It's not just I paid you 16 bands for sex. he paid for her to probably come for the weekend, have a good time,
right?
Do whatever. You get what I'm saying? He paid. That's the whole experience.
That's true. That's factual.
But
so
from the conversation, nothing. From what I read from the conversation, it didn't seem like it was anything like that at all, though. It seemed very.
She tried to make it seem probably as like, oh, like, I mean, technically that's what it is. It's just she's not giving the details behind that, but for sure.
But honestly, I did read something where she said they didn't even speak, like they just did what they did, and like
she said that. Yeah, she said literally she didn't talk to him. He came in, gave her the best dick of her life, or whatever the case is, and bounced. Like that's how she. You're right, Britt.
So wait, why did she even say anything at all?
She apparently was really drunk. What she's claiming now is that she was very drunk, and she got on her Twitter and said like
she was probably trying to show off
him because she got on Twitter, was like, Jada will never leave. I see why Jada won't never leave this nigga. He just gave me the best dick I ever had, blah, 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 blah. Like this whole thing like that.
She's out of line. He paid 16 bands and she went and...
And so then she goes back and she starts tweeting like, my publicist just said I fucked up. Like, I dropped the bag, blah, 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 blah. And so then in the midst of her saying that, Lil Baby then came out with something like saying that this didn't happen at all. Like, you're a liar, blah, 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 blah. And so she was like, bitch, why would you lie on me? And so then she went like, so who knows?
I'm on the shade room right now trying to catch up. All I saw was that. That's why when we started talking about like, I'm like, y'all think he paid for that? Because that was crazy. But
I'm on Lil Baby
side.
You on Lil Baby side. That means you on Jada's side. Say that.
No, I don't. No, I actually like him. He's one of my favorite artists, actually. So
I was telling Lexi that the other day.
He's like I like him as an artist. So
I like him as an artist too, but as a nigga, that's a whole nother thing we're looking at.
And Jada's because she still stays, so he get to do what he wants.
You would leave? Serious question.
I meant my worth, honestly.
How much money does a nigga have to be making and giving to you at your like?
It doesn't matter about the money though.
I'm asking.
I mean, if I'm not
for you.
Well, no, it's not. Clearly, she's happy and she's okay with it. So, like, that's her, but that ain't me.
That's not clearly. That's what she posts on the internet.
Well, she didn't leave, so like.
You don't know that either. You have no idea what they're going through right now. It's just
the money doesn't matter to me.
Huh?
It's not enough money that's gonna make me stay. If
I'm that's like publicly embarrassing.
Yeah,
like
if I keep getting publicly humiliated.
I mean, to an extent, though, like, yes, it's publicly embarrassing, but like,
bitches get cheated on behind closed doors.
But I can find another nigga
that has you getting cheated on by a nigga making way less money than my nigga, doing way less for you than and you still stay with him. You possibly getting cheated on by a nigga who ain't paying you paying a goddamn bill for you.
More than likely.
But that goes back to like, are there good guys or not?
Yeah, and they may be another one that's not doing that. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It goes back to like, can you ever really trust a man? Can you like that can go so many different ways. I mean,
it just has to do with what you're willing to put up with.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's really just
it's what really bothers you, what you're willing to put up with. Like if you feel like the money is enough for you to stay, and then
because you could have all the money, but you can be very empty inside and angry and like just miserable. And I don't think that it's worth it to stay because you have.
I don't think that it's worth it either, but that doesn't change the fact that is what a lot of these women do. Or they may not even. But they may not even feel empty inside or nothing like that, because they
maybe momentarily because they're getting what they want right now. But I feel
or if it's just like that's what they know.
I don't agree because these niggas are going to cheat whether they're rich or poor. So it's just like, are you gonna cry in the Rolls Royce or not, baby? Like, is what it is. And not saying that.
I hate that though.
I hate it too, bro.
I hate that so much.
Bro, I hate it too. But at the end of the day, baby, catch me crying in the Rolls. I swear to you, I'm not crying. If I'm gonna be
crying, I don't want to cry at all.
But sometimes you don't have to cry. No, I'm serious. There are
crying in the Civic or the Rolls.
I don't want to cry. I will cry in my car.
Don't cheat. Yeah.
Said I'll cry in my car.
I don't like no.
And here's my thing too.
I think that there's some good men out there, just maybe not the ones we are attracted to or like our type, but there's good men out there.
Okay, but here's my thing too. I'm trying to figure out is paying for pussy cheating? If you know that, okay, but like
yes,
absolutely.
Because like ultimately, if that's the case, like technically, going to the strip club,
no. There's a
because you're not physically
having sex with this going.
I think I think the two are different, and I think that paying for pussy is cheating. So it depends on your agreement with your person, dude.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So if it's like, if she's like, babe, I understand that you're always on the road or whatever. And she says, and if I'm not there or whatever, and if you feel like, if that's their agreement and he's allowed to fuck other bitches, like.
Then clearly no, that's
not cheating.
Wait, but okay, yes. But it just depends on your person, bro, because if I tell you, but like, don't pay these hoes for it, I don't want you to spend no money, because you're little baby. You got 65 bitches waiting for you outside your tour bus after and I know some of them look good. I know they do. You know what I mean? If that is our agreement and it comes down to it and you paid when I told you to get it for free, like, now I'm embarrassed for real, because that's the only reason why she's on the internet. Like, you know what I mean? I got paid. That's why I'm boastful. That's why, that's why I got all this pride. This nigga, I got paid. Yeah, and now niggas are gonna hit her up, and her OnlyFans is lit. Everything is popping. Everything. It's a business, right? You know, and that's exactly what I didn't want to feel embarrassed by. I didn't want another bitch to get a come up off of my nigga who is up. Like, that's why I'm embarrassed, nigga. So
that's really like a problem for women. Like when their man is giving money to someone else. What about paying for porn? Like paying for porn, that is a problem.
Different. No,
that's different.
That's different.
Because
it's not physical.
You're just watching it.
It's different.
Okay, so like, what about like paying for porn and then like let's say OnlyFans, right? Because OnlyFans is personable. Like it's I mean, there are people who just watch, right? There are people who just watch, but a lot of times, like, what makes OnlyFans girls money is messaging. Like, so is that now cheating if he's just messaging for pics?
It's not just it is.
Did I say you could do that? Did we say that?
No, absolutely not. No, thank you.
That's all.
But for pics though?
Nah.
Like, that was nice. Like, that's
okay.
That's
so look, Lexi, what if I start sending my nudes out to dudes? Is that cheating?
Yes, because it's not your job. Like, it's not your job.
But what if I see what Lexi's saying, but at the end of the day, bro, I just think it has to be a conversation, some type of agreement, some type of something where we have to be on the same page. My biggest thing in a relationship is don't give nobody no reason to blindside or laugh at me. That's it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're transparent about me or where you're spending your money or you're doing this and you're doing that or whatever, because if he spent 16 bands on this bitch and she came out and said that and Jada was like, LOL, yeah, that one night in LA, like he told me about it. It would have been a completely different, it would have rocked the world completely differently. You know what I'm saying? Because you could laugh, right? But like, oh, you thought you had one, like, nah, like, I already knew. I gave him the green light on that. That's completely different. You're not gonna publicly embarrass me or privately embarrass me for that matter. It just hurts more when it's public. But that's what cheating to me is the defining thing to that is like if for me, if a bitch in a position to laugh at me or know something about me that I don't know or blindside me or anything or like.
Yeah, I think though that's where it like. For me, as far as like paying goes, that is more of like, it's not about the paying for it, it's about the trust in your partner and the trust that they may have betrayed from that. Because being on the opposite side, right, and like being paid for these types of services, it's like I don't feel any type of way knowing that these men might have significant others or whatever the case is, and not even in a bad way. Like I I would never want to disrespect anybody's wife, blah blah blah, whatever the case is. But I don't even really see it as cheating. Like, I don't see it as cheating at all. I see it as going to the strip club. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to the strip club because I need some entertainment. This is lit right now.
It's
this
a
is what
service.
I need for these 15, 20 minutes. Like, whether it's sexting or whatever cases, like, this is what I need for these 15 exciting ass minutes. And I paid for my service.
I think it's different.
I do too.
Huh?
Because it's
more
you.
intimate in a sense than it is at the strip
accessibility. Nigga, if I think about it, 3 a.m., I could pay $10 and message you at 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's much different.
Because here's the thing. To you, Lexi, it's not because you're on the opposite ends of it. You're the one getting paid. These niggas are not. They're the ones doing the paying. So it's just like the fact
but that's what I'm trying to say though, as far as like for the women who are on the opposite end, like to feel a way about it. I think I don't think it's not like they give a fuck, like they don't give a fuck about these women. Like,
so then why some of these men, if they don't care,
some of these men, it's a thrill. It's literally a thrill, and it's also a power. Like, it's to say that I have enough money say that I have enough money to just be like, here, I just want to talk to you. Here, take this money. Like, that's a power thing for men. It's a thrill. It's literally a thrill. And so, like, I don't ever like talking to these niggas on OnlyFans. None of these niggas like me. None of these niggas want to marry me. They don't want that from me.
Sometimes the women on the other side can look like their men. Like, sometimes their men are trying to take it to the next level with certain women. You get what I'm saying? That's where it comes into like, okay, now he's cheating. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm reading these messages about you like really wanting to be with this girl, and you really like this girl, and you know what I'm saying, you're giving a lot of money to this girl. So it's like,
yeah, well, that's true. I don't experience that. Like, I don't have a sugar daddy or anything like that yet. Okay, yes. But so like the conversations really don't go like that, like at all. It is very service based. Like,
even
it is
something. Okay, so for example, if my nigga were to tell a woman like, oh, I want to see a picture of you doing this or doing that, that would fucking bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the strip club, you're not asking a woman, oh my God, like, do certain things or different positions or send certain pictures.
But that's what, like, when you go to it's just like when you go to the strip club, you go there for that specific thing. Like, you know what you're getting when you go to the strip club. When you look for porn, you look for a specific thing. Now, if you pay, you can literally pay for exactly what you want to see in porn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know
point. That's a really, really good point, because like I don't know if that was the last episode when we were when we were talking about porn and stuff, and like as far as like finding something that you may like or not like or whatever. So when it comes down to specifics and finding something that you like, I could understand why like horny men would want to like pay for that specific thing because of that. But does that change the fact that they may or may not be cheating on their spouse? Has absolutely everything to do with their relationship with their spouse, and nothing to do with, because I know a couple couples who have OnlyFans, and this is something they do together. You know what I mean? It's something that they talk about, like, oh yeah, or, well, let me not say a couple couples. I know a couple and then somebody else who does it, but like, he kind of gets off on his girl telling him like, oh yeah, like her, subscribe to her, like, so, and that's their thing. So no, it's not cheating. But my nigga, if you have a OnlyFans and you're deleting the app at 5 p.m. when you're on your way home from work, like you're a cheater.
Yeah.
Cheating is hiding something.
Right.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So, but okay. I'm sorry, but that's just what I'm trying to like get at. It's not, I feel like we get upset at the act of what they're doing, but it's not that they're texting a girl on OnlyFans. It's that they're texting a girl on OnlyFans and you don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because ultimately that's what we're like, cheating is lying about it. So like
but I wouldn't want it either.
Okay, so
it's what you're
if somebody is telling you like, okay, I'm not okay with cheating, but your partner comes home and tells you, oh, I just fucked so and so, then they're telling you, but doesn't mean that you're okay with it. Like, you just come to be mad about it.
But then it's on you if you stay. Okay, but at that point, if you stay, then that's on you, because you've set a boundary, they've crossed it, they've told you they've crossed it. So now if you say,
right, it's not that's where I'm really trying to get at. It's not like I keep saying, it's not the exact act. There's no communication behind the act. Like, you're not telling me anything, or if I am, like you said, communicating to you. Like, if you say specifically, I do not want you to have an OnlyFans, and then they have an OnlyFans, that is the problem. But if they said, if they said, hey babe, I would like to have an OnlyFans, and you were like, I don't know, you guys had a conversation about it, and it was like, okay, that's cool, then it's fine.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Then it's fine. But I think that like with me being, I feel like I'm a mixed child, right? Like, I feel like I'm part hoe and I'm part like civilian. And
civilian.
Like, I really would like to like bring my worlds together so much, because I feel like with my hoe friends, they can see like, hey, I'm Lexi, I'm cool, I'm a hoe. I mean, I'm cool, but I'm also a civilian. And then like, I feel like my civilian friends could be like, hey, look, this is Lexi, she's a hoe, she's, you know, still Lexi though, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, a big part to me in like changing, and once again, this is like a Savage Life conversation crossing over into the girls chat. I want to like be able to queer my community, is kind of what it's being called, like queer your community, because ultimately like the queer lifestyle is kind of just loving everybody, no matter what they do, understanding, like, you know what I'm saying, like the ins and the outs and the little deeper aspects to certain things. And I would just like for a lot more civilian women to understand that for the most part, like seriously, for the most part, hoes are really just making money. Like, there's no feelings, there's none of this, there's like no none of this. And I understand, and also for men to understand that, like, I don't know, you don't have to treat hoes like shit. Like, you don't have to necessarily hide it. Like, of course you can keep it private. It can be, your sex life is private regardless of what it is, right? Your sex life is private. But like, I feel like amongst couples, like that can be a conversation or whatever. If you don't want to have sex with other people, like I understand that too. I do understand that. But like, people sometimes really do need a fucking break. Like, sometimes, like, you know, I don't know. I feel like being with the same person for 56 years, like sometimes it would be nice to see how another dick felt. Like, it might just be really nice, like, and just for a moment, like literally just for this 15 minutes of this service that I'm paying for, like.
And that's, I just think it's cool, so long as that's cool with your partner. Honestly, like
that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I just would like for people to be more open-minded and trying that on both ends.
But what you started with, like, you wish more civilian women felt that way, and I want to challenge that and say that I don't think the problem is necessarily the civilian women. I think the problem is the niggas. For life.
They're not honest, because they're never honest.
So it's both. It's both, though. It's both.
But it really starts with the niggas lying about it, because it happens every time. A girl go through a nigga phone. A girl figures out this. A girl figures out that. We're on the front end of that. Like I just said, if you were honest and open and said what you wanted, said what you were doing, whatever, I wouldn't have been blindsided. That's what a lot of women be feeling away, because they're hurt, because like, damn, you tried me, our trust, everything that we had. And really, even if y'all really had all of that, but I just had this extra thing that I liked outside of this, it's all ruined because of that little extra thing that you just couldn't be honest about.
But I'm saying that I feel like a lot of men, all like, yes, you know I'm team, it's the niggas' fault. But in reverse, the niggas lie because women a lot of times are not open to receiving that type of message. Women do not want to hear that is something that their man likes to do. Women don't want to hear that, and they're shutting that shit down.
I understand that, but
so I'm just saying that it goes. It's both. Like it's not just one or the other. It's both.
And don't then and women
bro.
And women.
I also feel like it comes to a point where it's like the men want their cake, they want their cake and they want to eat it too, because like sometimes a woman will be like, hey, let me know if that's what you want, then I can like step aside and you can do you. And in most cases they'll try to pretend like that's not what they want, but then that is what they want. And then like they fuck you up then, because they try to tell you, oh, I don't want that, but then like they do, and then they lie. And then that's
because they don't want you
to leave, but they want you to stay.
What about the women who pretend to be heartbroken or pretend to be mad at the men? And no, I'm just saying, and women who are on that side too, like they have that mentality where, okay, well, niggas is doing it, so I'm gonna be out here like doing the same thing. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but you know, there are women who say they want this, or they get mad at their boyfriends for wanting to, like, you know, have sex with other women, but you having sex with other men.
Girl, that was me all through college.
I mean, that just sounds like a dysfunctional situation altogether to me.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, you kind of have to grow up, and then you understand that communication is everything. I mean, I don't know.
That's the one. That's
everything.
Communication is really everything.
Literally everything.
Like niggas, as well as women, just have to stop being so selfish because they find somebody that they love or that they want to be with or that they whatever. And instead of being honest about the things that they like or the things that they enjoy or the things that they whatever, they lie to you because they want to keep you, like Britt was just saying, because they want to have their cake and eat it too and do this other separate thing that where we're building all this trust over here and everything is good, but the millisecond I find out about this whole
everything shatters.
Double lie.
We're at zero at that point.
Because you've been giving me everything I've wanted and painting this clear picture and oh my God, this is beautiful and this is where I'm at, and then somebody you really genuinely fuck with just throws you off completely. You don't know what to believe anymore.
Facts. You know, I know it. We all know it.
Like, no.
We can clearly talk about this for forever.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is
clearly.
All right.
Well, I mean, I think it also can kind of lead into the conversation. I mean, I guess it can't really lead into it, but it can lead into the conversation about like the type of women that men choose to be with ultimately. Robin, do you want to explain like why you picked that video?
Sure. No, I saw this video. I was watching someone's story, and it was basically talking about, I guess the point of the video was women and not knowing how to keep anything private. There was a young lady going off on a bit of a rant about how women nowadays, like, I don't want to say new women because that sounds so bad, but like, what do you call them? Because I'm like
younger, new age.
Younger,
this new generation.
Women born in the year 2000 and after.
All that.
Which it might be like 96.
No, I was about to say 90, 95, 96, maybe the cutoff.
All that.
Later ones.
The how they tend to like not know
too much
about I can't even say her exact words, but just like they don't know how important it is to keep certain things private, right? And actually the person who reposted it, he reposted it and was like, this is a lot of y'all niggas problems, is that like everything look good from the inside out, but when your girl be posting subliminal stuff online and we know shit ain't good at home. And I've talked about before that I know I am an oversharer, and I kind of just was curious about like, or what y'all think, or just wanted to talk about like how much is too much to share like on social media and like with your friends even, or like how much of your business do you want outside people in your relationship?
Well, with me, I'm gonna say I've never really been like. I feel like I'm kind of like Genius since like I don't too much post. Like, yeah, I'll post my partner
Share a
on my
lot.
social media, but if I'm upset at them and they did the grimiest shits to me, like the world will never know because I'm not gonna run to social media and let them know. Like we can argue, we can be arguing today, and like I can post them tomorrow, but you would like not know that because I don't run to social media. I don't post like, just stuff that will let people know that okay, something's going on at home. Because that's just not it.
And I just like never understood what is the point of that. Like you run
because y'all get back together.
And not even that, and it's just like you tell people mind your business, but yet you're out there.
You are my business now.
All over social media to begin with. So
I think that problem. I'm glad you asked that question. Comes in a few is because I think women sometimes can find themselves in a position where they're scared to speak up for themselves, or they don't necessarily know how to communicate, not even scared to speak up for themselves, but they don't know how to communicate with their partner, right? So like
that was 16.
Huh?
That was me at 16, but like now that we're older, you should know how to communicate. I'm sorry.
I agree with that, right? But I see like now being in a fresh situation, relationship, whatever you want to call it.
You got a boyfriend.
I see. No, I'm joking. I see. Like I find myself. You said it. I have a boyfriend. I find myself like I'll go to Twitter sometimes and like I'll write something and then I delete it. And then because I'm just like, yo, these people do not need to know I've been. But it's like like I don't understand how some women cannot have that moment where they kind of check themselves before they hit send, or you know what I mean? Because the last thing I want is like
somebody's laughing at me or something like that, like embarrassment.
Talk about that. Niggas laughing, somebody laughing at me. My nigga feeling disrespected. And then it also just gives me a moment to check myself, and it's like, did you even say this to him yet?
Right.
You know, most times we didn't.
Exactly. And I'm not like, you shouldn't have to guess my feelings or but I just realized that I think that happens a lot of times because women really want to talk to their nigga and they don't know how exactly to approach him about a certain situation or bring this awkward. They don't know how to do that. So they do this because they want you to oh, this is how she feels.
And it's not just women though. Men do the same thing. Like men do the same thing running on social media and running their fucking mouths. Like they do that shit too.
Men, I feel like honestly, low key, I feel like men do it more than women.
They're so good at it. They're so good at it. And
it's stigma though that they're not perceived as being super emotional.
They're not. They're just dissing their life.
Or real, or it's never in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
no, but like the truth is, like a lot of women die and get murdered by their fucking ex-boyfriends, people who they tried to say no to, and which is another thing of why
emotional
women
ass niggas.
are,
emotional ass niggas.
Yeah, they're emotional as fuck. And that's another reason why women are sometimes scared to talk to their men, because we know these things. Like we know that men can get violent, and when men do get violent, like, you know, we want to be equal, right? Like women are equal, but them niggas are strong as fuck. A lot of them, sorry, except for Britt and probably Jeannie,
sometimes violent.
These niggas are strong as fuck. So like the thought of that is frightening. So sometimes it does make you, not to say that any of our niggas would ever hit us or anything like that, but it's just like, you know, even a man raising his voice puts a sense of like, you know, like it's like, you know, sometimes it does that to
That's
you.
A challenge for me. Sorry.
Shut up, bro.
I feel her on that because I'm like,
because you know me, but I'm gonna drink my Monster.
But I personally think that like social media is just a no-no. Like when
it's just not the place.
It's just like not. It's just really not the place. And social media gives a chance for so much energies to latch on to your relationship, and they really don't need to like. bad energy is enough. Like, so for you to have your bad energy between the two of you, and then to put like, your bad energy out to everybody else, like, why are you doing that?
But
like,
you want to know,
and these are people that are like waiting on your down. There are people that are sneaky waiting on your downfall.
Yeah,
so it's
because
like
misery literally loves company.
What?
But the
second
thing
you
is,
give them like, that opportunity, showing that, oh, like, oh, this nigga hurt me, or da da da, or you know, we got into a fight or whatever, it gives that energy to just bring, you know, that situation or relationship down. So
I also feel like some people, men and women, both need it for like self-esteem. Like they need comfort from other people to let them know that, okay, you're okay, we'll be fine. You know, like they need comfort and like other people to fuel them up to feel better about themselves.
But like that is a problem in itself.
No, but it's not right. No, it's not. But
no one has control over your emotions except for yourself. So before you go out and blast it all and try and give these emotions to everybody else, but then what we didn't really talk on, we talked about social media, but also sharing with your friends. So when it comes down to the sharing, I think there is a happy medium, right? Because like you do need to vent. You know, you do need to, you can't keep all those things bottled up inside of you. You do need to vent. So I think that it's a good idea to have a trusted group of companions that you can express those things to, or even if it's not everybody in the group, you know, there's one person that you can talk to for this specific thing and one person you can talk to for this specific thing. And as far as like what to tell them, I think that just like I said, with one person to talk to certain things, like it just depends on your relationship.
Casey's that person for everybody. Once again,
call me when y'all need to fight. So
yeah, Casey got a hard drive ring with a book on our ass. Okay, like hidden somewhere. Like, listen,
I don't. Casey, shut up.
Narnia, a land unknown. That's what everybody gonna have a different. Everybody in the world is gonna read that same book, and everyone is gonna be in it. Yeah,
everybody.
Like something like
Casey, you should write a book. Basically,
I shouldn't. She's evolved.
Nah, her book would be terrible.
It wouldn't be a book. It's a memoir. It'll be a memoir.
Casey should needs to go in a safety deposit box.
And you talk about Robin Banks, bitch. I need all the names.
Right.
And we've been on for a long time, but I wanted to talk about the submissive thing that she said too.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I also really, I'll talk about it after if we have time.
Okay. But she also said in the video that women, something about women need to be more submissive. Go ahead. Yeah, you know.
What she said was that she was like making points throughout the video, and one of her points was like, also, if that woman isn't submissive to you, like that's not the woman for you. Like any woman that loves you is gonna know kind of like to hush up sometimes or whatever. She said if a woman is speaking to you any kind of way, like telling you hurry up, calling you bro, like never watching her mouth, never taking no time, like basically when she speaks to you, like that is not the woman for you. How do y'all feel about that?
So I just feel
Jeannie.
Facts. I was about to get agree. Well. And then I totally agree, because this is like something that I've kind of been saying when it comes to like, you know, being domestic, stuff like that. But sometimes it's not about like not saying your opinion or not saying how you feel. It's literally about learning when to say something. Like, okay, I may not agree with you. Okay, you're telling me let's do this, and I may not agree with you, and we're in front of people. I'm not gonna like try to go back and forth with you in front of people. Like I'm gonna
have to be in front of people for
and
you.
It's choosing your battles.
It is choosing your, and it's not even in front of people. Sometimes like with myself, like I've always been the person to just like not say anything. And I'm like, that's not healthy. Like you do need to, there are going to be clashes. It's just how you speak to somebody, like the way you speak to your partner or the way your partner speaks to you, like lets you know if that's that person for you or not. Like you're not gonna sit here and try me and disrespect me and call me all types of names.
Right. But that's what
I'm
my whole thing is that it's about both of you. It doesn't matter if it's the man, it doesn't matter if it's the woman. That is what I just don't agree with. I think that learning how to talk to somebody, like learning how to properly speak to somebody, that has nothing to do with being submissive. I don't think that is respect, period. Like, and also there are men who are more submissive than women. Like we always take the role that women have to be the submissive ones, and that is not the case. Like there are men who don't want to be the power role. Like they don't want that. That's not inside of them to do that. So that's not fair to say. Like that is a way that we kind of put men in this. That's how we keep giving men the power. Like we keep telling them that they have to be in the power, and the women are supposed to be the submissive. And then we're like, but also this nigga can't be telling me what to do. Like like we're not, like you not.
I mean,
let me
go ahead.
No. I was gonna say, funny thing. I had a conversation with my boyfriend, kind of similar to this, where he spent like, I guess, a lot of time just kind of like reading and listening to audiobooks about just relationships with women, and when it comes to, you know, learning how to speak to your partner. So if he asked me,
tell him to send them links.
Drop them in the chat.
Just joking.
When it comes to like, okay, saying your partner asking your opinion, like, oh, do you prefer a white wall or do you prefer a beige wall? And let's say the woman says, oh, I like white walls, and the guy's like, oh, I like beige walls. But then in the end kind of turns around to
we're doing
say, you know, like, you know what, you can have your white walls. Like, so even though you made that decision, like you said you like white wall, and he said yeah, you get what I'm saying? In a sense, it's a compromise.
So it goes both ways. So
exactly. In a sense, it's still kind of like, it just goes both ways.
It's
so
both ways,
it's just
period. Like that's the end.
No, it can't go both ways.
Like that's the end. It has to go both ways. Like,
but I feel like
it has to go both ways for respect.
I agree.
The same thing. I feel like if I'm being submissive, you should be the submissive as well.
It's just in different areas.
It's compromise, right?
It's pretty compromise.
Ultimately, we're using the word submissive and compromise like
interchangeably.
Yes. Yes, thank you. That's an easier word to say. But and I don't know, because like when she said it, I felt it, right? But I don't know if I felt it, like it kind of triggered me, if I'm being quite honest, because it was just like yeah, that's so true, being but I was like, but I ain't never been the type of bitch to be submissive to no, like, you know, baby, y'all know I'm gonna speak my mind, I'm gonna say how I feel, and then I'm just like, but is she right? Do I feel like I'm
no.
But that's not what she was saying.
Right.
She was saying, it's just she was saying in a sense where it's like a respecting, like I don't know if I'm like saying this the right way, but
the way that I feel like she was saying it was in a way that like
ultimately, like you have to have, like it seemed like you as a woman need to have respect for your nigga. What about him having respect for you?
But like, I don't think that she meant that he shouldn't.
He was
versa, but yeah. I think ultimately what she meant was like literally how I felt. Like it don't like when it comes to me and my nigga, like I have realized that I will. And that's why I felt triggered, that I will like bite my tongue and not say what I want to say. In that moment. Give me 7 minutes, nigga, I'm gonna light your ass up. But I felt triggered by it because it made me realize like, yeah, I have made changes and I have submitted to him in ways that like, but I guess for me, it well, not even for me, but just it begs the question of like, what is the breaking point of that? Like, how much should you submit?
You see, but I feel like, Robin, with you taking your time and not immediately snapping is how you have been working on yourself and taking that time to self-process first before. It's not about
reacting.
I don't want to, it's not like the highlight of it isn't about I don't want to hurt his feelings or I need to be submissive, so let me not say this. That's not why you're not saying what you're saying. You're not saying what you're saying because you are doing the responsible thing and
going to jail.
And no, but like going through a full thought process before you speak. And that's just that's not being submissive. That's being a responsible, a proper communicator. Like that's just what that is.
And which a lot of people don't know how to do.
No, I feel, but I feel you can have you can speak your mind, but it's about your approach, like how you approach
delivery,
how it comes off. Because if I'm calm and I'm speaking to you like this because I have an issue, then I feel like that can be effective as well. But it just depends on how you approach it, because I'm gonna speak my mind always, but I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm going to talk to you, and then if you start yelling, then I'm going to say, okay, we will talk later, whatever, because I'm not about to do this right now. But it also has to do with the approach and how you, because men are, when you say, oh, I don't like this, they get defensive instead of understanding you. So you can't get defensive back with them because it's just like, okay, it's never ending. So you have to, sometimes step back to avoid fights.
Well, and I guess that's.
But you can still be submissive in a sense.
But that I think that is my like real question is like,
how much do you step back?
Exactly, and to avoid
to the point where you feel like it's not it's not like. Yeah, it's not allowing you to be who you are. Like, I feel like there are certain things that when it comes to picking your battles, and it's not even just about your partner. I think when it comes to all relationships that you have, like definitely choosing your battles and thinking before you speak. The way that she was speaking in the video was that she was talking about, women who, young or putting stuff on social media or snapping back every 5 seconds or making a whole scene, stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, you're not going to tell me to do this. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's just, that's how I took
what I will say. So I feel like if you want to speak on something, I think everyone should do so. If that's like what's on your heart, don't ever.
I do.
With timing,
in the right place at the right time
as well, right? And
but I'm not about to wait 3 days to speak to you about something.
It doesn't have to be 3 days.
That's where I'm learning to be a bit different because it may take that for him to receive what I'm saying for real,
and for you to fully go through your self-check. Like, it may take, like, that's when I think it makes a difference of what you choose to say out loud, right? What you choose to say out loud is if you took that time and figured out your emotions in your head, however long that might take. It might take
a few hours.
It might take a few hours. It might take a week, but it might take some time. And in that, I feel like you also need to tell your partner, like, hey, I kind of felt a way about this situation. I haven't fully and I know it sounds stupid, right? Like, it sounds stupid to say a lot, but it's the truth. It's conversations you have to have said. Like, I don't feel I need to take some time and figure that shit out.
No, it doesn't sound stupid. I've recently started, and this might sound stupid, but maybe it'll help somebody. I started, like, every time I'm in like a situation where I feel like I need to react immediately, I don't, and I write in my notes in my phone everything that I feel, and then within 3 days, literally within 3 days, I've narrowed my paragraph down to like 2 sentences. I'm just like, this is all I need to say.
No, that's
I said my whole paragraph. Sorry.
No, me too, Britt. Me too.
Because I have 16 paragraphs in my notes. Like, low-key in my head, I'm like, the day I let these rip, like. You know what I mean? But that's right. I'm gonna try to condense them down into something.
I read them. I would
write
down my feelings.
I still send my paragraphs, but I'm saying
you're working on it.
The process.
It's a process. You know,
oh my God.
I feel like being submissive at times also is like being able to agree to disagree, because sometimes people can disagree, but like one person doesn't want to hear that their partner doesn't agree with them. So like it starts, but it's okay sometimes to like be submissive and just be like, all right, if they think that they got it, it is what it is, and just roll with it that way. And then it could be the same on the opposite end as well.
Yeah, because I think ultimately, like we said, it's give and take, and it doesn't matter if it's the man or the woman. Everybody needs to be submissive at some point or the other, because the relationship is just about compromise. And just like I wanted to just add, because I am going to put you on blast, Robin, but like you are very vocal with your feelings and your thoughts, but then like when it comes down to your man, and like if we connect like submissiveness is domestic, every time we've gone somewhere to eat, you have fixed your boyfriend's plate. You have asked him what he wants to do.
It's been one place.
No, it was also at Tommy's birthday party. It was at the warehouse. You warmed up his food, brought him his plate.
Robin, I want to be like you when I grow up.
But I'm just saying, you know, like I do see that quality in you, and that's something that I feel like you choose, right? Like
yeah, that's the right person.
I like to do. That's something I like to do.
Exactly.
But so like, I also like to do it because I know that's what he would like.
Right.
I like to do that too, but I will also
compromise, and that's, you know, you giving him his power that he feels like he has, but ultimately you have the power in the situation.
She said, "Wait, hold on. I know that. I didn't know I was doing all that."
Robin was about to make him a plate ever again.
Huh?
I'm saying rack up these brownie points in all the corners you could get them. Yeah, you the man here, here, here. But when I'm ready to let my notes go, all them plates I packed, nigga.
Yo, we've been talking so long that I don't even know that we can do guess what's in the text.
Wait, but there's still more I want to say.
Are you kidding me?
It's really not that much more.
Robin, okay, short story. Make that paragraph.
It's not a story. It's the last thing in that thing that she said. I have notes. It's the last thing in there that she said.
Okay, Jeannie.
Literally, this is a grocery list, but there's a few notes on the bottom.
At the bottom.
But the last thing, or one of the things that she said, was that niggas have two main problems, and one is the lack of money, and the second is the type of bitches that they mess with.
They're also slow, so they have three problems.
Okay.
Stop. We're not gonna bash them.
Sorry, I love that.
I just want to say, and this is a conversation that I've had with a group of men recently, and I hope y'all are listening, that the type of women y'all mess with, because these are the type of niggas that they'll come back and we'll be talking and they'll be like, yeah, these you know, they got niggas and I'm sliding through and this is happening and this and whatever. And it's just like, okay, because those are the type of women that you're choosing.
But not all women are like that.
Exactly. And I tell them, I said, surround yourself with some single women and see what they got to offer you. But instead, you want the easy route because you want somebody who's easy to hit, easy to what. So you're going to somebody who's in a relationship, maybe unhappy in a relationship, may whatever. But I just want to, like I said, we don't even have to expand. The main problem with y'all out here is that the lack of money get you some, and the type of women y'all fuck with, and get you that before you get you some money, because those two go hand in hand. Y'all mess with these, or niggas, men mess with whack ass women. Like if you're, and I would tell them, I'm like, you're going into a situation with a girl in a relationship. What do you expect on the back end of that, her to want to be with you? And are you going to want to be with her? No. So what is the purpose of you even fucking with this person? And what is
she just gonna be with you till she find the next nigga to go be with?
Exactly. and that's cool and that's dandy for whoever they want that situation. But don't turn around and say women aren't shit if those are if you're choosing to deal with women specifically in a relationship. Or
well, they gonna tell us the same thing about them. But time and time again, you think you found the motherfucking gold mine, and this nigga, like time and time again, you change your fucking surroundings, you do all that shit, and literally, bro, niggas still be fucked up, bro. Like, it's really crazy, though.
At the end of the day, I want men to stop calling women ain't shit when they're purposely choosing ain't shit women, baby. You know what you signing up for when you go for that type of girl, because you going for what's easy, what's accessible, what's not going to tell you no. Everything that you don't want in a woman is what you're going for to hit very easily, my nigga. The problem is not that woman. The problem is you.
Ooh, talk that shit.
And you're
cut that up real quick. You said the problem is
Guess who sent that text this week? Is guess who unfollowed me after this weekend?
Alrighty, I am. Follow me on Instagram.
Thanks for tuning in for a full season of The Girls Chat. We appreciate
What's good on you, Jeannie.
We love you.
Amen.
Keep listening.
What's that?
I love you
post,
guys.
Casey?